Quickly before we do hop into this video, I'd like to give a huge shout out to AOA.com for sponsoring this Rocket League video. This website gives flexibility to every single platform. If you want to buy and sell loads of different Rocket League items, they do massive deals on there, and use code Zenic at checkout and get yourself a 3% off your orders. And guys, once again, with just a little bit of patience, buying the solar flare and then waiting a little bit of time and using this method, getting myself some insane profit. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm bringing you guys a brand new Rocket League video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys episode 5 of the brand new series, go from nothing all the way up to the titanium white wet paint. So in the previous episode, I made myself some insane profit using another method that you guys can go check out as well. I'm going to leave a link in the description if you guys are new to the channel, or if you've not seen this series in general. Literally just click that link that I've put in the description. It'll take you down to the very first episode, so you can pretty much catch up with every single episode and then come back to this one. So yeah, in that video I pretty much set a like goal of 500 likes in the very first 24 hours, and I set myself a challenge. If we got that, I would make sure to get the wet paint by the end of the week, and if I didn't get it, I'll be giving it away to one of you guys. But because I'm feeling so confident, if you guys smash 400 likes in the very first 24 hours of this video going up, I'll make sure to reset that challenge. So I have to get the wet paint by the end of the week, and this means as well, if you do hit that 400 like goal, I'll be uploading Saturday and Sunday, so double upload for the whole of the weekend. And I honestly wouldn't do this, like, I love my profit as much as another guy, but I'm just feeling so confident with this series, and if you guys keep showing me the support, I'm going to keep on bringing out these videos and setting myself these challenges. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to do yourself and do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right now and turn on those post notifications, so you can pretty much keep up with every single episode I do upload to the channel. And also, the next season of the Rocket Pass is coming out in just 18 days, so that's 2.5 weeks time, and you know I'm going to be doing massive tier ups on stream as well for you guys as well, literally opening up your tiers. And I'm obviously going to be doing a showcase within the first hour, so you do not want to miss it, so make sure you subscribe. So with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into this episode. I hope you guys enjoy. So the very first trade of this whole episode is basically me getting rid of my Lime Nitro Dracos and getting myself a decent deal here. You don't understand how long I was pushing, because I saw he was interested in painted Dracos in general, so I was like, okay, I might be able to push this guy up a little bit. Eventually, we worked out a deal with 9 and some ads, but honestly, like, the most you can do is just ask for 10 or 11 for these sort of, like, these sort of Dracos, because every single time you ask for a little bit more, obviously you're pushing your luck, but half the time it will actually work. People will be like, okay, fair enough, I'll just do that, especially with the light, well, for Nitro at least anyway, because the Nitro Crate Dracos are the ones that sell incredibly high. But anyway, I didn't mind taking this deal, getting myself 9 keys and a Sky Blue Neo Thermal as well. I might be able to get a key out of that, so eventually that might be 10 keys. And then after just a little bit of time, I eventually came across a guy that had a Solo Flare Mystery Gold Explosion. Obviously, it's from the new crate, the new Elevation crate, which is starting to drop in value. Everything has started going down, just like I predicted, because after a couple of weeks of an update, everything just starts dropping in price. That's why I highly suggest you guys just wait with an item. If you really like an item out of the new crate, if you're expensive and you don't care about profit anyway, you can literally just go for it, but you're going to lose a ton of profit because they're all going to drop in price like this solar flare has. Because I remember it used to be worth like 30, 40 keys when I tried to buy one on the release date. But now they seem to be going around 10 to 15. So if I'm paying a minimum around 10 keys, I honestly don't mind doing it. And that is what I did in this trade. And then in the very next trade, I get myself an insane deal. Then eventually I found a guy that had a decent offer for the Solo Flare. Honestly, took such a long time. But that's the one thing you got to take with trading. You've got to be patient occasionally when you've got items that are quite hard to sell and dropping in price. You've got to be patient and eventually get the guy that's offering a good deal. Just like I got right here. I get myself 14 keys, which I'll honestly happily take, because the max I could get is probably 15. If I push a little bit more, I could probably get a Dueling Dragons or 15 keys. But honestly, I do not care, purely for the fact every single Elevation crate, like I just said, every single item in that crate is going down rapidly in price. I don't want this item anymore in my inventory, and I honestly don't mind taking 14 keys, which is the equivalent of like just over a Heat Wave and around a Dueling Dragons in value. So honestly, I don't mind taking that trade, making 4 keys profit. And then I came across a trade which I've done, I think, 3 times in this series now. It's honestly insane, but I kept on listing up that I had keys and I want offers. This guy came along with his grey Dracos from either the Golden Pumpkin or the PCC. I honestly can't remember. But he said he wanted 6 keys, and that's an easy snipe. I just pretty much said, I think I'm alright. I could do 5, but that's a max I'll do. He said NTY. I was like, okay. And then about 5 minutes later, he messaged me back. He's like, alright, screw it. I'll just take 5 keys. And that's the main thing you can do. Literally just wait for someone to say, actually, I'll do the trade. Because then you don't look like the mug. You're the one getting the decent offer. What you've pretty much offered, your starting offer, you actually do get that as well. So paying 5 keys for these grey Dracos, eventually I think I got 7 both the other time, so I'll wait for 7, that's 2 keys profit. And then after days and days, I finally got a decent offer on the Dueling Dragons. Like, honestly, the max I was getting offered was around a heat, which is honestly tragic. Like, it's obviously worth around 15, 16, maybe 17 keys. So eventually I did get an offer around 16 to 17 keys, which was a Parallax and 11. I honestly couldn't complain about this. But it's so stressful trying to get good offers when all you're getting offered is 10 keys, 11 keys, 12 keys, 13 keys, complete max. Just from the same people as well, like the same people on the Looking For group were just saying, oh yeah, 13, I say NTY, and then they just offer 13 again. Like, it's honestly ridiculous. But anyway, I honestly don't mind taking this trade, purely for the fact Dueling Dragons, it shouldn't go up anymore, and obviously getting some more keys in, I can't complain, and obviously getting myself a Parallax. Then once again, I used the classic me with literally offering 1 key on every single gold explosion I see on the Looking For group that is not tuned, because every single time, even if it's a fireworks like you are seeing on screen right now, pay 1 key for fireworks, you can still make profit. It's worth 1.5, and eventually I sometimes get 2 for my fireworks as well. But even so, even if I get 1 and some ads, that's just that adds as profit. So every single time you see someone either wanting 1 key, or if you see someone that's got the gold explosion, literally offer 1 key or the equivalent every single time, and I can guarantee 100% promise to you that you're gonna make profit unless you're trying to quick sell it, because that's what I've done with all of my gold explosions. I've stacked up on my main account. I literally spent about 20 keys getting 20 gold explosions, and that is going to be a load of profit. And then after getting these Dracos, I invited the same guy back to trade. I said, yo, are you interested in these grey? I know they're not nitro, but just throw me an offer. And straight away, he offered 4 keys and a labyrinth, and I'm honestly not going to even try to budge up. I probably could have got 8 if I pushed hard enough, but I couldn't care less. Getting myself 7.5 keys for these Dracos that aren't even nitro as well. I literally said to him, yeah, they're golden pumpkin, mate, are you sure you want to do this? And he was completely fine with doing it. He just wanted to get himself another Draco towards a set, and I'm completely fine with taking a 7.5 as well. I probably would have taken 7, so if he put in either a Bio or a Spectre, or even if he put in a Tora, I probably would have done it. So I'll happily take that trade, getting 1 step closer. And then for a decent amount of time, I tried to get myself 6 keys and small ads for this Sweeper Parallax, which honestly I highly doubted that I was going to get. But then eventually, after about 2 hours, I was literally about to change my post to just 1 to 6 keys as well. I tried to get myself 6 keys after that. But this guy pops up, he said, yo, I've got 6 and tiny ads. And the tiny ads was literally any, I couldn't care what it was. It could literally be any limited. It could be any item in the game. I would have accepted, because I was literally going to drop it to 6 keys. So he put in the impact and he put in the 6 keys, and I was happily accept that trade. I'd probably pick up Parallaxes for like 4 to 5 keys these days, so I honestly don't mind taking this trade, getting some more keys in the inventory. And then talking about paying 4 keys for a Parallax, I eventually found a guy that wanted to sell his Stormwatch really badly. I offered him 4 keys because honestly, Stormwatches, I've got experience. If you've watched the previous episode, I had an experience where I literally waited at least 24 hours to try and get myself a decent deal for this. So I literally thrown in 4 keys. I was like, okay, I can do that max. And he ticks up, and I was completely fine with doing this trade because I know it's dropping in value. Okay, the Stormwatch, it looks okay, I'd say, but obviously Parallax is probably going to take over it soon for the fact that Storm just keeps on dropping in value. I'm not too sure why, but 4 keys is obviously a decent deal. I could probably get myself 5 or 6. Eventually, after a little bit of patience, I think I'll get 6, so I'll happily take that trade. And then literally the next day, after listing all night trying to get myself an offer for this Stormwatch, I couldn't find anyone. And then eventually, I was looking on the Looking For group. I eventually found a guy that had 7 keys and he wanted a Stormwatch. I was so quick on that invite. I literally invited him to the game straight away, and he actually put in 7 and did it. I was so surprised because it's dropping in price so much. I'd probably say it's around 5 keys in value now, to be completely honest. Like, Parallax, obviously, it looks a little bit worse in my opinion. I think Stormwatch looks better, but Parallax, just for the fact it's been in the game for the longest and it's not dropping in price, I think the Stormwatch is going to go below it. And honestly, I do not mind taking 7 keys, obviously, getting myself an insane deal right there to finish off the episode. So that is the final trade of this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Honestly, we made so much profit in this episode, buying and selling, obviously, that mystery gold explosion, the solo flare, and then the Stormwatch at the end, making some insane profit. And as always, if you guys do need any help with any trades, literally just comment down below what item you've got and what you're stuck on. I've been incredibly busy the last week, but I think I've got enough time now to try and reply to some comments. And if I do not reply to your comment, literally add me on Xbox and follow me on Twitter. Both links are down in the description, and I'll try to reply you as soon as I can. So yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything for this episode. So if you guys do want to see a double upload this weekend, and if you want to see that challenge where I have to get it by the end of the week, literally just drop a like on the video. 400 likes and I can make that happen. And if you guys have not already, subscribe and turn on those post notifications if you guys are new, and I'll see you guys next time.